Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, tamu sana, tamu sana, yes. Upon William Ruto being declared the winner of 2022's presidential election, very many leaders crossed over to his team and pledged to work with him. Some of the leaders have made a U-turn and some have literally gone silent. They are no longer being seen in William Ruto's functions. In this video, I want us to listen to Francis Atwoli. Atwoli held a presser today where he made these remarks.
To put a stop on depreciation of a shilling. It doesn't reflect the actual economic activities on the ground, unless if they are answering to World Bank and IMF. And this will be dangerous to the Republic of Kenya. When a shilling goes down the way it is going, rates go up, everything is going to go up, and the general public will stand up against the government, and it will cause havoc, chaos in the country and confusion in the country, and will not have a government.
While releasing a report titled Turning the Tide on Kenya's Economy, Recovery and Prosperity Through the Workers' Lenses, Atwoli pointed that current taxation policies have negatively impacted the Kenyan employees and urged the government to urgently restore investor confidence as a solution to job creation. Atwoli also questioned the government's wisdom of borrowing, saying the government cannot get out of a mess created by unmitigated borrowing, which he says has exposed Kenyans to overtaxation, which is unsustainable.
We must also ask our economists in the government, those in Treasury and Central Bank of Kenya, to appropriately advise the government that overborrowing is dangerous. When people are highly taxed, people resort to applying black market system. Like now, for example, pay bills are no longer working in Kenya. How is the government going to realize revenue for the purposes of running the same government? So government must review that area of taxation.
The union also proposes that the government should embrace stakeholder engagement across all levels and fully implement the outcomes of such engagements.
Yes. Who is Francis Atwoli talking to through the media? And I'm asking that question because we saw Atwoli live on camera months back pledging his loyalty to William Ruto, promising to work with him. Does it mean he cannot reach William Ruto so that he can explain to him that things are not good? Must he talk to Ruto through the press? What's going on here, ladies and gentlemen? If you look at Francis Atwoli, Atwoli is a wonderful description of a Kenyan leader. These are just hypocrites. They want to be seen by the people that they are defending the ordinary mwananchi, the ordinary worker. But behind the scenes, they are stabbing the same workers. Atwoli pledged to work with William Ruto. Is it that he cannot reach William Ruto? I'm seeing Atwoli as just a hypocrite, a tumbocrat, somebody who's taking advantage of the ignorance of many Kenyan workers. I don't think nothing stops him from just paying a courtesy call to William Ruto for him to explain to Ruto that, Mr. President, here and here things are not going right. Secondly, it might be possible that Atwoli is falling out with William Ruto. And I'm saying that because Upon William Ruto being declared the winner, there was a wave blowing towards Ruto. Many elected leaders and non-elected leaders were pledging their loyalty to him. Many of them have made U-turns, some have gone silent, and they have done that because the ground is becoming very hostile. Ruto is coming out as a leader who had no plan at all to better the lives of Kenyans. So most of these leaders who joined him are ashamed of being seen with him while he's not performing. It might be possible that Francis Atwoli might also just be parting ways with William Ruto. And that's why he has called for that press release. From that statement again by Francis Atwoli, I won't be wrong to conclude that even William Ruto's close allies are now realizing he's failing. Even if some of his allies, assuming Atwoli is still his ally, the way he did promise to work with him, it might be possible that even some of his close allies are realizing he's failing. The mere fact that they are speaking to Ruto through the media confirms that Ruto maybe is not advisable. So, some of his close allies are speaking through the media to exonerate themselves from the blame so that they can tell Kenya that, we used to raise complaints or have been raising complaints, have not just been silent. It might be possible Ruto is not advisable. Finally, listening to Atwoli, I'm seeing a man who might be regretting inwardly why very fast pledged to work with Ruto. He might be regretting because that pledge puts him in a very precarious situation. If he attacks Ruto, he'll be seen as hostile by Ruto's government. If he keeps quiet, the workers he represents will see him as somebody who has been compromised and has been pocketed by the executive. So his support for William Ruto puts him in that precarious situation. He is between a rock and a very hard place. So he might be honestly regretting why he very fast threw his weight behind Ruto. He ought just to have been independent because that's what is expected of him. Let me stop it there. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. Those watching us outside Kenya, drop a comment, let us know from which part of the globe you are watching us from. If possible, subscribe, give this video a like. Let's meet in our next analysis. Thank you.
Hoya imoko na iguru Ngai turekere Ngai turekere ihoya rere Ngai rirokinyirira uhuru age ngoro yake yororoe areria ngoro ya uhuru nitwamuconorithirie ngoro ikigia na ruo twaguthaitha mwathani turekere baba turekere Ngai ungiturekera.
In an open economy with market determination of prices, exchange rate movements are the most important indicator of underlying macroeconomic fundamentals. As the saying goes, when in doubt, observe the exchange rate. The lesson from history for governments is that you cannot manage the economy with propaganda. In fact, you can engage in all the propaganda you want, but if the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you.